Hi everyone, this is Serene Tefaha from Advocate Me. Um, it has been a really stressful and extremely overwhelming 4 days. I had to go into hiding because of what was happening around my property. Furthermore, the threat from Jacob Uljans and Ray Small from the VLSB. They feel that they might have powers to come in with a police officer to break through my doors. I don't think I could cope with two men being present in that way in my home. What has occurred now is that there has been an influx of so much support, and I'm so grateful, but the Victorian Legal Services Board, clearly egged on as a government regulator by no one else but government, has now commenced proceedings against me in the Supreme Court of Victoria. Yesterday, at approximately 3:11 p.m, I had sent an email to Jacob Uljans setting out that Advocate Me is really not an entity in itself. Advocate Me is me, Serene Tefaha, as a sole practitioner. So when people come and deal with me, they're dealing with me as the legal entity. I am the person. You can't just come and cancel my license as a legal practitioner. There is no legal practice. I am the legal practice. There's not a separate legal entity. I am that legal entity. People are dealing with me. I am the practice. It's not a name. Advocate Me is not just a separate name like other corporate legal entities that have hundreds of lawyers, and so their reputation is more built on the entity itself rather than the person. The sole practitioners are different. It's us that people want to deal with. It's me. I am the product. I'm the service that people want to deal with. So you can't just come and hijack me as a person. You can't hijack my legal entity without being officially put as a trustee. Those are the rules and the laws that apply. Furthermore, you cannot deal with any clients without their consent, instruction, or approval, and that is also something that is protected under the law. Unfortunately, today we're dealing with unlawfulness, and we're dealing with a government that has gone rogue, regulators that have gone rogue, and now, to add to my roll call, the Supreme Court of Victoria. It is unheard of to place an urgent application in less than 24 hours and have a full hearing booked in. Now, I didn't know this. Yesterday at 3:11 p.m, I got notified. I sent Jacob Uljans a letter saying to him, my clients don't give him permission. There's no approval, and I am the legal entity, Serene Tefaha, not Advocate Me. You can't sue Advocate Me. You can only sue me, Serene Tefaha. So I did get a notification of they're seeking an injunction to get all my client information, and going a step further, they want all my information from 2016 now, even for not existing clients. And furthermore, and in the most absurd injunctive relief, they're seeking to have me completely muzzled, not just as a legal practitioner, but as a helper, an amicus curiae, as a friend of the court, as an advocate, as an investigator, as a transactor, as anything at all to do with the law. They want to take away my entire human right to be a helper of other humans. So the Victorian Legal Services Board has the audacity to put in this injunction a request to muzzle me entirely, that she's just not allowed to help anyone out anymore. That's it. The vexatiousness, the maliciousness in this is self-evident. And the fact that I wasn't told at all what the hearing will be about today at 2:15 p.m. I don't know, I thought it was a directions hearing because I simply was not told what it's about. So the hearing today, I got another letter from Lander and Rogers, who are now representing VLSB, another one to add to the roll call, and they basically said, here's an invitation from the court. Now, why am I getting an invitation from the court from the plaintiffs' representatives? What, you've just lifted the VLSB, had this conversation. Excuse me, Supreme Court, would like to have a hearing tomorrow. Can you do it? Yeah, sure, we'll do it. No directions, no procedural fairness, no natural justice. I have 7 days from last Thursday, meaning till Friday this week, to put an appeal against the appointment of the manager. I have 28 days to challenge the cancellation, but apparently they can attack you during your right of appeal. Now, this is interesting. I will give you the right of appeal on paper, but we'll still come for you and seek a legal action in the court when it's my right of appeal, not yours. My right of appeal. But all the rules of law, the rule of law goes out the window when you're talking about the VLSB special relationship. Could we do a hearing? Thank you. So I only get told this. I ask some questions, so why am I getting this information? And Lander and Rogers goes, oops, we forgot to let you know that it's a full hearing. Pretty much my right to file a notice of appearance, to have representation, has been vetoed out. They've had a bit of a hearing without me yesterday, a bit of a to and fro without me yesterday, and they didn't tell me anything till apparently, oops, oversight from us at approximately 8 p.m. at night. I have 3 hours, business hours apparently, to get ready for a hearing and put submissions and have a legal representative, according to the Supreme Court of Victoria, according to Justice Forbes, who's agreed to have this hearing in less than 3 business hours. I'm supposed to be ready. Less than 3 business hours. I'm supposed to be ready. I won't include my sleep time. If you include the sleep time, 18 hours. But 3 business hours to be ready. Thank you to the Supreme Court of Victoria for letting everyone know that you're involved in this corruption and serious maladministration. It's unheard of that you would have a hearing that quickly. I filed the Detention Towers class action 19th of March. The government had 10 days to file a notice of appearance, and the court has still not booked a hearing. 1 month on, but no, for the VLSB, for the government, it's less than 3 business hours, it's fine. A-okay, mates, A-okay, we'll have you in. Right. So this is what's happening, Justice Forbes, today. I asked for an adjournment. Affidavits, I can have thousands of affidavits sworn in by my clients, by people of Victoria, by the people of Australia. Thousands of affidavits we will have before the court. I dare you to adjourn this matter today if you had any ounce of procedural fairness and natural justice, but this is an ambush. And so this is what I say to you, Justice Forbes. You do your worst so I can do my best. That's right. You heard that. You go ahead and do your worst whilst I do my best. What, you're going to have me shackled? Contempt of court? What? You're going to get the Vic Police? You guys know my home address. Only the Vic Police and Vic Roads knows my home address. How did you get your hands on that? Again, can we please get her home address? Yeah, sure. No worries. All good. That's how it works. So clearly you guys are very worried about me. You want to muzzle me from being any voice. From you don't want me to exist. Serene Tefahar, the voice, the name that shall never be spoken. Advocate me, the name that shall never be heard. Well, you've really played your cards, and I'm about to play my ones. I have ambition, I have drive to change the systems in this country. I am not going to be criticised or put down or belittled because as a woman, as a young woman, I have that ambition and I have that drive to make Australia great again, to make Australia proud, our children proud of who we are, that we don't accept violence. The Australian culture isn't about that. The Australian culture isn't about that. The Australian culture is about welcoming people. It's about being proud. It's protecting our neighbours. It doesn't matter what culture, religion, gender, wherever they come from, sexuality, doesn't matter. It's about protection. It's about love. It's about sharing. It's about she'll be right. That's what the Australian culture is about. And what has become now, it's become hijacked by corporate chills. Corporate. The corporation has taken over everything. And Justice Forbes, I will not be attending today. I will not be attending for your ambush. You think about it. You think really hard about what you're going to do today. You think really hard about the fact that you allowed a full hearing to go ahead in less than 24 hours. That the court had my email and you guys did not communicate with me directly. You wanted the plaintiffs to communicate with me, the representatives. They didn't. They failed to do that. 8 p.m. at night. I got told I need to file a notice of appearance. Less than 3 business hours I have to be ready. By 12 p.m. today, apparently, submissions and all. Wow. Oh, they've had time to plan this one. But no, Serene Tefaha, you only get 3 hours. That's it. You got to be ready. Because we say so. Well, I say this to you, Justice Forbes. You better be ready. You better be ready for me. You better be ready for thousands of people. You better be ready for an appeal. The Supreme Court of Victoria has now given me the evidence of where they stand in all of this. I'm not making this up. You guys document yourself so well in writing. Is that why you want to hijack my accounts? We wonder how much more information she's got on us. Yeah. What does she know? You guys document yourself real well. It doesn't take a genius to work out your corruption and serious maladministration. You don't like what I have to say? Then allow me to ventilate it in a proper court of justice. But you don't want to play that. You want to play dirty games. Well, I'll tell you something. I'll never get dirty. I'll always be honest. I have the right for 7 days of the right of appeal, and you've just hijacked that from me. By booking in a 2-hour hearing today, you've hijacked my right of appeal. And these are rights we fought real hard for in Australia. Rights of appeal that have gone out the window. Rights of review that have gone out the window in the last 12 months. The right to be heard. The right to dispute it. The right to put your evidence across. The right to be represented. You go ahead, Justice Forbes. My clients have the right not to have their information ransacked by a government regulator when we're bringing actions against the government. Victorian Legal Services Board made itself clear they want to hijack my litigation. And they said that to the media. The Age reported that. It's in writing. The Age reported that. They will never do that over my dead body.